going on, guys? It's June 16th around 4:44, and I am headed to a place called Spartanburg, North Carolina, I think is how you say it. Anyways, I live in Gastonia. Where I'm going is about an hour and a half. It's about 80 miles away from me, but here's where I'm going, and here's why. So the part that is most likely broke on my 03 Cobra, which you guys have seen this before if you've been following me for a while, back in Mustang Week several years ago, with the crew, with David Patterson, when the fuel rail pressure sensor went out for the first time, and we went and got a fuel rail pressure sensor. That I do think that had to do with some of what was going wrong there. So we got that. Ended up being bad gas. So right now, there are three things that could be wrong with the Cobra. Number one, bad gas. Number two, bad pressure sensor. Number three, an injector stuck. Now, I don't think it's the injectors. I've never really had an issue with the injectors before. I've had issues with bad gas several times. I've had issues with the fuel rail pressure sensor several times. So that leads me to believe that it probably is the fuel rail pressure sensor. So what's going on is that part is $130 alone, the fuel rail pressure sensor. $130. It's ridiculous. It's like this big. But I have a friend of a friend in South Carolina that has a bunch of them, and he's going to give me one for a lot less than that, so it's going to help me out. So I'm driving over an hour just to go and get that part so that I can save myself some funds, because as you guys probably already know, I've got a lot going on right now. In the past week, the 03 Cobra did break down at Luray. Tried to mess with it for about a day or two, and it just completely flooded to the point where now, after I put the pressure sensor on it, I'm going to have it towed and have the oil changed, because the oil and the gas have mixed. The dipstick literally smells like gas. If you're a car guy, you know that that's bad, and you're probably going to comment in the comment section below and say, do not start it. I know. Hopefully it wasn't too bad when I was trying to start it the first couple of times, because I could have messed something up. Not above saying that. A lot's happened this week. It's been a rough week. I know I'm sounding redundant by saying that yet again. So the Cobra messed up. The Buick has a passenger side window that's stuck down. I tried to duct tape it up. The heat just melted the duct tape. So I'm having to leave it in the garage for now. Here's the thing that really sucks right now, and it's really hurt my heart. My investor was a fraud. My investor was fake. So basically, he got one over on me and my product development company. The problem is, I'm the guy with my name signed on the $12,000 contract, not him. So technically, that's problematic. So yeah, that's what's going on. My investor turned out to be a guy that has absolute no money, but who has tried to make investment deals with several different people. He's even talked people into quitting their jobs, which has not turned out very well for those people, to say the least. Talked me into investing with him. Talked the company into investing. Company into investing without the funds actually being in their account. There was the day that we started with the company, funds were being transferred, supposedly, but they never went through. It's been weeks since then. It's never going to happen. The funds are never going to transfer because the guy has no money. He doesn't have any money at all, because he committed tax fraud years ago, and the government came after him, and yeah, he has nothing left, and he's probably not going to have anything for a very long time. So I've had a very rough week emotionally. I've been kind of depressed. I've been just binge eating to try to feel better. that's not good. No, I know it's not, but I wanted to be honest with you guys and admit it to you guys. That's what's been going on. That's why I haven't been filming that much. I've been just like going to sleep early and sleeping a long time and like just eating myself into a coma at night and just being sad. And you know, I had those days, those moments where I ask why me, and this isn't the first time. I've tried to start several businesses since I was 14 years old. Some of you guys already know that. I tried to start a speed reading company years ago, and I had a guy screw me over for $1,000. I had a programmer that was going to program the software for an app that I was working on. I gave him $1,000. He ended up being an international $1 million criminal. Like, he had millions in money from entrepreneurs and small startup companies. He got caught. I got my money back that time. But I've never been had quite this good. I've never had someone. I've never signed a contract for $12,000 with an investor, and then that investor just kind of running away, and it turns out that the investor is a fraud. That is some serious stuff. I'm trying not to cuss right now, guys. So I've had all week to be depressed. I've had all week and all of a good bit of last week to kind of eat myself into a coma, like binge eat like every other day. And what I would do is binge eat one day, go back on my diet the next day, binge eat another day, and that's kind of been what I've been doing lately. And so I'm not perfect. My phone, even my phone was messed up. My iPhone like took a shit on me. Our data, because of my phone, went over 9 times. They went over 9 times. That's $135 over the normal bill. My phone being messed up, the Buick being messed up, the Cobra being messed up, my bad knee where I got jumped has been really killing me the past couple of days. I couldn't even do a good leg workout yesterday because of that. That could be because of stress. Who knows? I'm really sorry that I'm blacked out right now. That could be because of stress. I don't know. But literally it feels like the whole world has fell down on my shoulders, and it's literally torn me apart lately. I haven't felt like making videos. I haven't felt like working out. I literally felt like a small piece of shit that like just failed myself, the product development company, because I had an investor and left them. I owe them this money, and I feel like a terrible human being because of that. I had no idea this investor was just going to leave me hanging like this. I had no idea. I've had to give up on a lot of businesses. I've spent years trying to grow businesses, from personal training businesses to tech businesses to apps to oh gosh, the book #Gains I spent $2,000 on, and it's not a failure, but it never made back that $2,000. To be honest with you guys, it made back less than half of that, which is fine. You know, I'm proud of the book that I wrote. I'm proud of the ALPHA100 program that I created. It helped a few people. It didn't blow up. The book didn't blow up. The Kindleline speed reading app didn't blow up. Some of the other products and services that I've created and tried to start as companies didn't work. Let me try to count up how many businesses that I've tried to start in the past 8 years or so. I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like close to 10 business/companies/services that your boy Jordan here has tried to start since I was 14 years old. I'm 23 now. And it's a pride thing, to be honest, but sometimes people that don't know me, they think I'm just a 23-year-old kid that lifts and makes videos. I'm like, no, let me tell you one, let me add 2 other things onto this, just for my own pride. My own pride. So, when I was about 18 years old-ish, that's back when I was an actor. If you guys didn't know that I was an actor, I was an actor for 4.5 years. I'm still with a talent company. I'm still with Evolution out of Charlotte, North Carolina. So I'm still with a talent company. So yeah, I can still book auditions if there's auditions for Muscular Guy. But a couple years ago, I did an audition for a TV show called MTV. What was it called? MTV Friend Zone. If you guys don't know what that is, basically it's a TV show where you use MTV to come out and tell your friend that you are in love with him or her. I wasn't really in love with anybody. I just thought it would be cool to do. So I got a couple of friends and I was like, we should do this. And so they liked me enough to do something they'd never done before, a 1 hour episode. A 1 hour episode of MTV Friend Zone. Really freaking cool. So what I did was I got another male friend of mine. I said, let's do this thing where we're fighting over this girl, and we both fell in love with her. We both did. And there was some truth to that, because this was the girl was a friend of ours that we both had crushes on at one time. So it wasn't a lie. Just we weren't really both completely dying to for her love. But got her on there, and we did the whole episode. It took 3 or 4 days. I worked really hard on that. MTV worked really hard on that. My camera's overheating, so I'm probably gonna have to come back to you guys. But after 3 or 4 days of filming what I would call a great episode of MTV Friend Zone, at the end of the episode, where I was gonna get out of my car and go to a nice restaurant and be like, I've been in love with you for all these years, and so has my friend, and you have to choose one of us. You have to choose. You have to do it. She ran away because she thought that we were really in love with her, and she felt humiliated and didn't want to sign the contract for that to air, for the MTV Friend Zone episode to air. So it never aired. MTV lost $1 million on that episode. That made me feel really bad. That made me look really crappy. That made my name look really bad. A year later, I auditioned for a Super Bowl commercial. It's a CPI security commercial where a burglar is throwing a gnome, and I forget the football player's name, but a known football player catches the gnome. The burglar is trying to throw it into a house and then bust the window and rob the house. So I actually was I was the guy that was going to book that commercial, and it was going to be on the Super Bowl of, I think, 2015. Well, I wasn't tall enough, and I was too muscular, so they liked the way that I played it out, but they hired somebody else. But they hired the other person, and they told them to do it the way that I did it, the way that I performed the audition. So I was one guy away from booking a Super Bowl commercial. And if you guys don't know, Super Bowl commercials pay a lot, hundreds of thousands of dollars, residuals, anytime that it airs. That commercial probably still airs from time to time. Didn't get it. One person in front of me. The Kindleline app, the speed reading app. I got so far with that I got into a room of a board of investors in Charlotte, North Carolina. They all looked at it. It just wasn't going to go through with Amazon. The deal just couldn't go through. The technology wasn't there with Amazon yet, and they didn't want to invest in it. That could have been a multi-million-dollar exit. Could have been a multi-million-dollar business. So many close calls, guys. Not that this is all about being a millionaire, but I've been very close to being a millionaire several times since I was 16 years old. And to be honest with you guys, right now, 23, I still can't even afford to have my own apartment because I've taken all these risks and I've fallen on my face so many times, and I'm in such debt because of all these things that I'm paying back. I'm still paying for a credit card to pay for hashtag gains because I spent $1,000 on cover art. I spent $1,000 on editing. I'm still paying for all these things that I've done and learned from, and so I'm still living with my father. I hope you guys gathered something from this rant. I'm not giving up. I needed you guys to know where I've came from and where I'm currently at, and not just look at me as some fitness YouTube guy. The truth is, I'm someone that wants to build something that can really help a lot of people, millions of people one day, have something in their life solve a big problem, a big worldly problem, and help a lot of, that's why I'm alive. I'm not alive just to live and work out, make videos about me living and working out. I'm here to help people, a lot of people. And I've tried at that so many times, and I've put my heart into every project that I've ever worked on, every single one. None of them have worked out. What I'm working on currently, it's a wearable fitness tech, renewable energy product. I can't fully say what it is because it's not patented, and it's just not something you do. Talk about it on a YouTube video across the internet. It's just, I believe if I don't build it in the next year, someone else is going to build it because it's something that we all need, something that would be very helpful. So I don't want to give up on this. I don't want to give up on it. I don't want my company, my idea, my product to die before it's born. I don't. I'm going to keep working on this. If you guys know any investors that are looking to invest in the space of 1, fit tech, and number 2, wearable fit tech, and number 3, renewable energy, possibly even in the space of solar. So those are all the different spaces that I'm in with this company. Solar, which is part of the renewable energy space. Fitness tech, wearable. That is basically where my product lies. It's not a clothing company. It's not a clothing lifestyle thing. It's something functional. So you guys know any investors that are guys, I'm back. Sorry, my camera completely overheated because the sun is shining down right on its face. So I'm stuck in a traffic jam on my way to Spartanburg to get the fuel rail pressure sensor for the Cobra, and today is the day that I'm gonna get back up. That's why I'm making this video. I've felt sorry for myself. I've been down. I've been mad at myself. I felt like a small piece of dirt. I've had my pity party all week. Felt like I've wronged this company because they invested their time in me. They worked on my product. They put my product in front of other products because I told them I was in a hurry, and now we can't pay them because my investor was fake. And I feel really bad, really bad about that. I can't put into words how bad I feel about that. I feel like a piece of crap, and it is what it is. Even the $5,000 for the IP research. Let me just tell you guys what the $12,000 is for. So $5,000 for global IP research, which is going to be research on all different types of patents, what we could, what we couldn't do, what direction to go in. The other $7,000 is research and design, and we'll have different concepts and just kind of go in several different directions, see what works best, which is the best route from a financial standpoint, and just basically it's just a lot of research, a lot of concept work, and looking at legally which direction would work the best. There's a lot to it. It's really hard to explain, but it's a good deal, really. So I would love to find another investor. I would absolutely love to find another investor, and I'm currently looking on LinkedIn. I'm talking to as many people as I can, but you guys may not know this, but if you watch Shark Tank at all, you may know that if you're in the portion of your business where it's just a conceptual idea, the valuation of your company is going to be very low, most likely under 100 grand. And on top of that, most investors have offers in front of them where companies are already to the market or already to prototype or something like that, and they already have patents and all this stuff. And so it's very rare where you find an investor that's actually going to invest in a startup that's still in the conceptual phase and looking at patents and looking at designs and still trying to figure out what their prototype's going to be and what direction things are going to go in. And we just don't have a ton of data. And so I need to get through this first phase of product creation to get enough data to attract bigger investors. But the catch-22 about the whole thing is I need an investor to fund that first part. This is why it'd be really awesome if I could just fund it myself, which I think that's usually the situation that most people are in. They have enough to fund that first part. Like if Christian did something like this, $12,000 is like lunch money for him. If any of the YouTube fitness guys that I look up to did this, they'd pay for phase 1 and maybe like phase 2, the prototype, and like they would either never get an investor or get an investor to get to distribution and all that sort of stuff. It's just, let me put it to you this way, guys. I'm going to end the rant. I'm going to end the video here. If you don't absolutely love what you're doing and this isn't your why, like the thing that you're currently doing isn't the reason that you feel like you're put on planet Earth, the reason that you're alive, then eventually you'll give up because you'll get bit so hard so many times and burnt so many times, and it's so hard that any sane person that isn't doing the thing that they believe they're born to do is going to quit. They're going to quit. Might be after a year. Most people quit after a year. That's the reality. Some people hang in there 2 years. Some people hang in there 10 years. 10 years. I meant to say 4 years. Usually 10 years is where you start to see people get some sort of traction and whatever. Some people do it in 2. Most people have quit by year 2. I've been doing this stuff for 10 years. That's why I think I said 10. What I was going to say is most people quit after a year. Some people make it to 2 years. Some people even make it to 4 years. But you rarely see anyone work on their dream, work on their vision, their passion for 10 years and try different avenues getting it to work. That's me. I've been doing this since I was 13 years old. I'm 23. I've been trying to build businesses that long. I've been pursuing my vision that long. I've been into video, into fitness, into creating things that long. 10 years. And the message of this video, guys, is just that you're going to go through so much stuff in life that sometimes it makes you want to give up. And I mean completely give up. I mean just jump off a bridge and kill yourself because it hurts that bad. It's that much heartache. It's like a death of someone you love over and over again, or a heartbreak from someone you love breaking your heart over and over again. That's what it's like to pursue your passion, to pursue businesses, all the stuff that I'm doing. That's what it's like. You're going to fall on your face over and over and over again. If you're in your 20s and you don't have a family yet, you're going to have to move back in with your parents. It's oh my god, it's tough. It is really tough. It's like eating glass and hoping that that's going to burn fat and build muscle. Like, that's how it is. But if you're really doing the thing that you believe that you're meant to do, and that's what your passion is, and you're doing it for people, for other people, to help people, to make the world better, you're doing it for all the right reasons, then you have leverage there. Even if it takes you 10 years of being broke, no money for 10 years, still living with your parents when you're in your mid-20s. Even if it takes you that long, and some other guys are 25 and they're got their own nice house and a Lamborghini and a Ferrari and super successful with all these material things. And it's not about material things, but it's definitely nice to like enjoy some toys here and there and enjoy a nice place and, you know, get a little bit back from all the insane work and sacrifice and years of nights that you didn't sleep and years of weekends and weekdays and all this time where you didn't go out with your friends, you didn't go out and have fun, you didn't go relax, or you just worked for years and years. And for me, I haven't taken a day off since 2015, and I'm damn proud of that. So at the end of this video, to conclude this video, I just want to tell you guys, whatever your passion is, whatever it is you want to do in life, it's that thing. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard, and it might take you 10 years. It might take you 10 years, and you might not have money that entire 10 years. But that's why so many entrepreneurs say it's not about money, because you might not. If you're doing it for money, you'll probably give up when you don't get it after a couple of years. You're not going to not have money for 10 years if you're doing it for the money, which a lot of people are, and that's fine. I'm not. I want a Lamborghini one day. I'm a passionate car guy. My dream car is a Lamborghini Gallardo. I want nice things, but that's not what it's about for me. That's not what life is about for me. Life is about moving the human race forward, helping people, creating things that make life easier, make people's days easier to get through, make things that are stressful less stressful, move things forward, move society forward, fix things that are broken. Like, that's what it's about for me. And because of that, I won't quit. I won't give up. I won't kill myself. I won't do any of those things. Sometimes when I get hurt really bad mentally and I feel like the world's against me for a couple of days, I might have some very negative thoughts. Very negative thoughts, and it's okay. But I'm not going to give up. So I'm telling you guys, whatever it is that you want to do it for the right reasons. Don't do it for money. Do it because it's what you're passionate about. Do it because you want to make an impact on the world. Do it because you want to make an impact on people. And do it because that's what you believe in your heart and soul that you were put here on planet Earth, in the world, in the universe to do. That should be the reason that you do it. With that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I'll probably start my next video when I get to Spartanburg and get the parts for the Mustang. We'll make a full video on fixing the Cobra and getting back up. Jordan getting back up out of this crazy week that I've had. This crazy week where the devil was after me, or whatever you want to call it. Everything that could have went wrong, went wrong. And I know you guys like the Cobra, and I'm going to make more videos on the Cobra because I know you guys want that, and I'm here to make you guys happy and entertained and have a great time and teach you things and all that sort of stuff. So without further ado, concluding the video, all love. Comment if you have any questions or concerns. Like if you enjoyed the video, you got anything at all from it. I know it's long-winded. I apologize. I needed to rant to you guys. I need you guys to know where I'm at right now because I don't want to keep you guys in the dark. With that, my camera keeps on overheating, so I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.